No, I listen to it all the time. I tell all my friends to Smack It Raw.
The following podcast contains mature content. The views and opinions expressed by the host are not necessarily those of the host. Listener discretion is advised. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Smackin' It Raw podcast episode 228. I am your host, the patron saint of Pornhub and podcasting, the Warden Matt Ritter, and I am here. Sorry, I'm all fucked up because Vince shows up one week, doesn't, but now he's back. It's 2022. He is tied 2-2 with Katie for the title of Pornhub Poppy, but he's not Pornhub Poppy just yet. He is still, however, the Sultan of Spitter Swallow, Daddy Delgado. Vince, welcome back.
Daddy's home, Matt. Daddy's home. Did you miss me?
I did. I really did. And you didn't come along. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to say something?
Oh, yeah. I would just want to clarify that no matter what you may say or claim, that I am the one and true and only Pornhub Poppy. There's only one Pornhub Poppy, and it's me. I'm the OG. I'm the original. Nobody can top it.
Let me introduce our guests, and then I will address that. From the Smacked Raw podcast, he's been here before. You know him. You love him. The Rewind co-host, Mute RN on YouTube, our boy, and 1/3 of the original Smacked NXT crew, all of which are here. It's RN. What's going on, man?
What's good, fellas? It's been a while since I've been on. Shit, been a while since I've been on anything with y'all. Shit.
Mm-hmm. And last, but absolutely not least, he's got his Chicago hat on because he is an independent wrestler from right here in the beautiful city of Chicago, as well as a member of the Smacked Raw podcast. It's Jay Thunder. Jay, finally happy to have you on after all these years.
Dude, man, I've been. I think this is anticipation right here. I'm happy that I get to be on with you guys.
This is first time on.
It's my first time on, man.
What?
No,
well,
he's been on the
Jay
show.
has never been on my show. I have been on Smacked Raw, Smacked NXT with Jay and RN and you, but Jay has never been here. We tried to work some things out. Schedules didn't work out, kind of like with RN when he decided to go hit the bar. Thank God he's in quarantine, so couldn't leave us this week. So happy to see you. I love you, RN. But yeah, no, this is Jay's first appearance on the show.
Oh, so we're popping Jay Thunder's Pornhub cherry.
That is correct.
I kind of figured that was going to be said.
I mean, at least you're doing that amongst friends and people that you trust. And when your first time, Jay, you really want to do it with someone that you trust, and you can't really trust anyone more than the old Smacked NXT crew with me and RN, man.
God, man, it feels like it's been forever.
And then Matt's technically like a fourth member because like technically he was like the unofficial fourth member. So like this is kind of like the UE of like that show.
I was like for you what Katie was for me. I always filled in if RN or Jay couldn't be there, just like Katie fills in when you're not here. Which brings me to my point. You told me that I was not allowed to strip you of the Pornhub Poppy title because I did not come up with it. However, Wreak Havoc did come up with it, and Wreak Havoc agreed to the contest. So
he said that he liked that it started off as a nickname for me, and it became a thing, and it turned into this.
I asked Reek, and he said he was good with it. So, as per the creator of the name Pornhub Poppy, the contest is on. By the end of 2022, either you or Katie, whoever shows up the most on this show, will officially be Pornhub Poppy in 2023.
I'm the one and only, the true Pornhub Poppy. Let that be known. Let that be known.
So you're Buddy Rogers and she's Ric Flair?
I don't think anybody wants to be Ric Flair right now, but sure, you want to say that?
You know what I mean.
He could be Billy Graham, and she could be Hulk Hogan.
There you go.
Ooh. Still, again,
I don't think she wants to be Hulk Hogan
either. I don't think either of those work out for Kitty. Work out fine for me. I'm all about it.
Let's get into news and rumors real quick. As always, guys, Young Kings Wrestling has those awesome Black Lives Matter t-shirts in the NWO style. You guys can go pick those up from What a Maneuver. The link is at Matt Ridders at MATTRIDDER. On Twitter only. Proceeds go to a good cause. TC puts the money in a fund, and then it is distributed to anyone affected by racial injustice or police brutality. They try and get the money in the hands of the people affected by it, and they are in no way, shape, or form affiliated with the Black Lives Matter movement. So please go check those out. You can get it black and white, black and pink, or if you're special like me and Vince, you can get a nice black and red one, but you got to talk to TC for that. Rey Mysterio cover 2K22.
Well, I think we already knew he was going to be the cover, but they officially revealed the cover with the trailer. I know me and Jay are big WWE 2K gamers, like just WWE wrestling gamers in general. And like, I haven't played a game since 2K19. I never scooped up 2K20 because the shit show
I'm actually avid 20. I've literally owned the game since WrestleMania 2000. Like I've got every wrestling game that's come out, and I bought 21 just to say I bought. I played it like 4 times and it glitched and did so much dumb shit. Like I literally threw it away.
I always forget how old RN really is, and then he shows his age, saying like he has since like WrestleMania 2000. What? That's on the N64, bro.
N64.
Yeah.
Bro. Yo, what? Like,
you are the only child here.
Right.
Like we were all playing WrestleMania 2000.
No, I did too. But he said he hasn't played a wrestling game since WrestleMania 2000.
No.
I said I've played
every
game.
Oh, he's played every game since 2000.
Every game.
I
literally have all the cases from shit. I even found an old PlayStation SmackDown game. Like literally they came in like the CD cases, like CDs come in. Like I can't even believe I found that shit.
Oh,
I was rocking the WrestleMania arcade game and the old WWF Warzone game on the original PlayStation back in the day.
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
The only game you can play is Ahmed Johnson.
No, the arcade game was actually dope. It's just the Warzone game. We really don't.
Which one? You know what game really doesn't get enough hype, enough smoke is In Your House on PlayStation.
I heard that was a pretty good one.
Oh, the finishers like HBK's finisher. You dropped the damn vanity on top of you and did the pose in front of it and shit, bro. Like, yeah, that one. It was like a Street Fighter game kind of. It wasn't so much wrestling, but it definitely doesn't get as much hype as it should. Like, it's definitely fucking legit.
Well, are we hyped for 2K22?
Yeah, I am. I mean, as long as they fix the bugs. Like the thing that I hate about the 2K games, and it's not just the wrestling, like NBA is the same. They change shit up every fucking year. It's like, bro, you have a good engine. You have everything set up and ready to go. Like, why do you have to switch shit up every fucking year? Like, I hate buying NBA 2K because all my friends are like fucking bums and get to stay up all night playing it and shit. And I get their dudes like 99 in the first 2 days. So I'm trying to catch up. And like every time I finally learn how to fucking shoot and get the fucking system down, the next year they change everything. So I'm like, I guarantee you that's what it's going to be for 2Ks for WWE. So, but I'm definitely going to buy it. I already pre-ordered.
I am going into it with an open mind, but with very low expectations.
Very low
expectations. So I don't even think I'm going to pre-order because the only pre-order bonus you get like 3 different skins for the Undertaker.
That's just like, right now. They're supposed to debut, I think, a couple more closer to as the game comes along.
Like they better give us better pre-order bonuses because like I like Taker and stuff, but I'm not going to be using like.
No, dude at GameStop said they're supposed to do like 2 or 3 more like pre-orders or whatever.
Well, I don't know if you guys know, there is NWO for Life edition. If you guys
I saw that, but I gotta rocks with the Rey Mysterio cover. I got to rock with the Rey Mysterio for obvious reasons.
I'm not buying no deluxe shit till I see what the gameplay is and how it looks. Then I might go back and buy it. Or I might get the DLC shit, but like I'm not spending $100 and then the game ended up being trash like 21 is. So like I'm gonna get the bare bones fucking minimum one, and then if it's dope, I'll upgrade. But other than that, like I'm gonna do this. I'm
gonna wait till there's so someone buys it, is disappointed, returns it to GameStop. I buy it pre-owned, check it out pre-owned, see if I like it, and if I like it, I return it and get like the deluxe edition. Or if I don't look at it, I return it and get my full money refund. That's how you finesse GameStop. You buy a pre-owned game, you get it for to rent it out for free for 7 days.
Yep.
Return it before the 7 days, and you get your money back.
That GameStop refund shit, bro, man.
But what else we got on the news, Matt?
Mustafa Ali said, "Hey, I don't want to fucking be here anymore," because apparently Vince had a meeting with him. Not you, the real Vince. And
so I'm not a real Vince, Matt.
No, you're not.
I'm not. You're not the real Vince.
Has anyone ever kissed your ass on TV? Like actually, factually kissed your ass on TV?
Not that we can prove.
Then you're just a Vince. Vince and Mustafa Ali got into a heated argument. It sounds like over, a gimmick that he was presenting to Ali that Ali was not cool with. He publicly went out and said, "Hey, I don't want to fucking be here anymore. I've got a message that I don't want to deliver, and they're not going to let me do it here." And WWE said, "Yeah, that's great. We're not letting you out of your contract. We got you for years. Go sit in catering."
I knew this was going to happen eventually. I think everybody got all fucking hyped up because people were getting their releases. But a lot of what you did fail to realize is those people that they were getting their releases, we hadn't seen on TV fucking anyway. So it wasn't that big of a deal. But Ali was just on TV a couple weeks ago, and they clearly
he's been off TV for a minute now. Ever since like the breakup.
Was it right before what?
It was right after the draft. It was right
before Survivor Series, right?
Yeah.
No, it was right after Survivor Series. He had like a little fallout with Mansoor, and then that was it. You didn't see him because he had the birth of his child. So he kind of, I think.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He was off because of that. He wasn't just off TV. Like he took time off.
I think he asked for maternity leave. That's what happened. Or I'm sorry, paternity leave.
Paternity leave.
Yeah.
Well, Nia Jax asked for mental health leave and then asked for an extension, and they just fired her. Maybe he should have asked for an extended paternity leave. Got out of his contract. But I mean, we just had Toni Storm on TV. She asked for a release. They let her go. So why not let Ali go?
I think
because he jumped the gun.
I think he did it because he did it publicly. He did it publicly. Exactly. Because I think Andrade did the same thing. He wanted his release, and he did it openly, publicly, and he didn't get it until like months or a month or two afterwards. Like, I think it's just like the pettiness. It's like, no,
that's exactly what it is.
Don't do this shit like on social media. Like, and who knows? Maybe he did go behind closed doors, ask for his release. He got rejected. He's like, I'm gonna do it publicly because they're turning me down again.
The real reason is they don't want him to say what they asked him to do and what he got mad about. If you release him now, he gets to go on a world tour saying that you asked him to do some racist ass shit that he wasn't comfortable doing and make them look already worse than they do. If they hold on to him, put him in the back pocket, let this shit cool down. When he gets released in 30, 90 days, we're never going to remember that shit. We're going to move on to the next thing and keep it moving.
So then my question is, what do you guys think they were trying to make him do? Bollywood, make him,
some bomber shit, terrorist shit.
Terrorist,
I think they were going for some Muhammad Hassan bullshit. You remember when he had like those guys in ski masks assault the Undertaker? I'm not saying necessarily that's what it would have been, but like
it was definitely some terrorist shit.
Maybe anti-American.
Do you guys really think that they would have tried to pull this off again after knowing the backlash that they got?
Yes, motherfucker. They just trademarked the Nazi pilot's fucking name,
which is next on the list.
Yes, they would try to pull it off again.
That's a very smooth transition.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
And since we're there, so Gunther, aka Walter, which is what we'll be referring to as going forward. WWE trademarked the name Gunther Stark. Gunther Stark, if you Google it, is apparently a Nazi U-boat captain from World War II, and they gave it to the guy that is basically the leader of the Access powers in NXT. Very formal.
This was them trying to be clever, and because let's be honest, Imperium has had that kind of walking the line on that kind of shit anyway. And they even with Ring Camp, they were doing the same thing. It was, I don't want to even say it was tongue in cheek, but it was a little like wink and nod to it, like that. Yeah, we're not that, but we are that. And I think WWE, as always, too fucking bull and China shop shit. Instead of picking something like nonchalant or even slightly Nazi-ish, They picked a full-on fucking guy that you can Google and see is a Nazi, and they fucking got their caught with their hands in the cookie jar.
2 points I want to make is I think this whole started because they wanted to have the trademark for Walter, and Walter didn't want to give that up. So that's
exactly
why that's why it started. And 2, I think I think they were just fucking dumb and clueless. They called the stable of Paige, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte the submission sorority. I had no idea that was like a porn video or some shit, or like some porn website, until like after the fact. They were calling
or they did, and they were trying to be slick.
Yes.
I don't think they were gonna be slick. I think they were just that tone deaf and clueless.
They got a bunch of young, dumbass fucking 22-year-old white dudes who are in a fucking room circle jerking Vince, laughing and giggling about shit. I guarantee they knew exactly. You cannot tell me a multi-billion-dollar fucking company that trademarks names daily didn't know what they were doing. I'm sorry. It just, I can't believe that.
A room full of Austin Theories knows exactly what the fuck submission sorority is,
right,
and has the ability to Google Gunther Stark. But here's where I really take issue. So I made a tweet, and it was a really simple tweet. Like, I was cool, I was calm. All I said was, and this is the exact way I tweeted it, seriously, we should all absolutely refuse to call him anything but Walter. Like, chant Walter, call him Walter on the timeline and on your podcast, hashtag Walter. And apparently that kicked the IWC beehive. You guys thought I was some kind of virgin in my basement screaming into the ether, coming at me, telling me to get some bitches, telling me to go outside. This is a grown-ass man. My favorite, however, was, you've got eggplant emojis in your name. No one should ever listen to anything you say. I did. That made me laugh. I chuckled at that one.
That's kind of true, though,
like,
honestly.
It was, I was not mad. Like, I wasn't yelling or crying or angry. Like, I was just like, hey, we should just call him fucking Walter. I got accused of sabotage. Like, I'm trying to sabotage the man. And allow me to address that. Keith Lee, Bearcat Lee. You know, there was a lot of talk about how Bearcat Lee was an homage to, you know, the wrestler Bearcat and so on and so forth. And everyone's like, all right, well, if that's the case, we'll let it slide. Keith Lee came out and said, I didn't come up with that. Like, that wasn't me. That wasn't my idea.
And came on that point, I want to say I told a lot of you motherfuckers that was the truth in our group chat, and y'all all gave me shit. Like, he said he chose that. Not y'all, not everybody on this anyway. But I'm just saying, I said in the group chat, there's no goddamn way in hell that man chose to be called Bearcat. Get the fuck out of here. Continue.
He came out and said he feels bad for Walter. So why not? Like, if he's happier away from WWE after getting strapped with a gimmick that he wasn't happy with, didn't want to do, thought was shit, like, why is it really sabotage? Or are we doing him a favor by, if they say, all right, if you guys aren't gonna do what we want and call him what the fuck we want, we're just gonna release him, let him go be fucking Walter, where he can be who he wants to be and do what he wants to do.
I think people, I guess I'm guessing the person that said it was sabotaging. Remember
a lot of people.
Remember when Bray Wyatt initially debuted and he kept getting Husky Harris chants?
Right.
That's what they were under the impression that you were trying to sabotage Walter. Like, I guess that's what their impression. The way I took your whole tweet, Matt, was this motherfucker's being sarcastic. He's not even being serious. He's not even being serious. Let's not even like not.
I knew he was being serious because I felt the same way. But
I'm still gonna call him Walter. Like, that's his name.
Me too. And my thing is like, he didn't want to come here. He didn't want to be here, right? Now all of a sudden he's here and he's changing his name. All the motherfucking people they cut, they paid that motherfucker a bag, bro. They said, oh, Gunther, goat cheese, you call me whatever fuck you want for this check. Sign me up. Shit. That's all I can say is what happened to me, because they've been trying to get him here for 2 years and he refused. So now all of a sudden he's here. And you know what? Fuck Walter. I'm Gunther. They dropped the bag on that man, bro.
Okay, Justin.
They dropped the bag on Mickey James, and she's back.
Right. Jay, and I'll tell you why I called you Justin. What I was going to ask you was, how much money would WWE have to pay you to change your name to Justin Lightning?
It got to be a nice amount. It got to be a nice bag, man. Because to be quite honest with you, like, I've sat here and being a pro independent pro wrestler, it's like, you come up with these gimmicks, you come up with, you know, a name for yourself, and you have to sit here for years and try to figure out what exactly you want to do. And you finally come up with it. Oh, like, hey, my name's Jay Thunder. And then, like, say for instance, you go to like a company like WWE and they sit here and they're like, oh, okay, so we own all your likeness, we don't own everything. And I'm like, no, because if I wanted to leave, I can't do that. I can't do that. So like they would have to couple up some deep money. My pockets got to be full in order for that.
I think
to
that's
happen.
what they did. I think they cashed the fuck out. I think out of all the NXT people, he was the only legitimate like brawler wrestler that they liked, with the body style that they like, and just the overall fit for what the new direction was. And he didn't want to come here, and I think that they cashed him out. And he wasn't gonna give his name up, so they're like, all right, well, fuck it. Here's a little bit of extra. You take our name. Sold. I'm on my way.
I will say I didn't watch the end of it at NXT when I had all this nonsense going on my timeline. But the way he delivered Gunther, I'm like, I guess. I mean, I don't fucking like it. I don't have to fucking like it, but you know.
What kills me though is that when I saw NXT, this was after me watching AEW. So if you guys get what I'm saying.
Mhm.
So it was a little weird for me.
So here's my thing. Finn Balor came out and he's like, everyone thought Finn Balor was a terrible name at first, and now everyone loves it. And you're right, but the difference is Finn Balor wasn't Prince Devitt on Survivor Series wrestling on a WWE pay-per-view or on a takeover. He wasn't Prince Devitt. He came in as Finn Balor. We have lived with Walter in WWE 4 years, and it's not like they did what they did with Bray Wyatt, where they repackaged him and gave him a new character. He's the same fucking dude that just randomly said, Gunther is my name now, for no fucking reason. And that's a big part of the problem. Obviously, the origins of the name also a big part of the problem, but you give us no reason why he's all of a sudden Gunther, why he came out as Walter, and at the end of the match he said, I'm Gunther now. Like, we've known him as Walter.
I'm gonna sound like TC from Young Kings Wrestling, but it's like let's let this play out and see.
We don't let things play out. We don't do that no more.
Shut up, Bama. Bama Dave ain't on this fucking recording.
No. I'm just saying.
There ain't nothing to let play out. He just said it. Like he's been Walter for 3 years on fucking WWE.
Okay, guys. You're right. I'm just saying the Gunther part. Maybe they'll try to explain it next week.
Right. No, they got to after all this shit. And if it like honestly, like somebody they showed that tweet from like was uncool Kyle O'Reilly or whatever he did like a year ago, a few months ago. With like if this is really this motherfucker's name or like a nickname or something that he really uses, then I can soften my stance on it. But if it's like, nah, you just want to change his name because you can't profit off his actual name that he's been using for 3 fucking years, eat a dick. I mean, actually, respect.
That is a genius idea. You are now SOS Victor because I can't get money off SES Vince. So at the end of the show, I need you to plug yourself as SOS Victor.
Right.
It's cool, right? Like we'll let it play out. Let it play out. Let's get an explanation. See how SOS Victor goes.
Me and Matt will get together, make a backstory for it, and we'll let it play out as the weeks go on, as the shows go.
Yeah.
Just move on. Just fucking move on.
Jay, see how that works?
Jay, since you're new here, where would you like to start? Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Dynamite, or Rampage?
So you know what? Let's start off. I wouldn't mind just starting off at Raw. I mean, we right there anyway. Because Raw already leads into SmackDown, so it's pretty obvious. You know, just do Raw.
All right. So female Elton John kicks off the show. Becky says, of course, Double D didn't win last week on her own. She didn't even come up with her own name. Double D comes out defensive, and Becky says, chill. I'll get you another win tonight in our tag team match. Bianca comes out, enters the Royal Rumble, tells Becky she's on notice. Once she wins, she can't duck her. Liv comes out, basically says the exact same shit, but tells Bianca she's going to get tossed out of the Royal Rumble by her. Double D gets bored, wants to start the match. Becky and Double D beat Bianca and Liv. And then at the end of the match, Double D not only gets Becky out of the pin and takes the pin for herself, but hits her with a bonsai drop. Edge and Beth show Dana and Reggie some support for some fucking reason. Damian shows up, asks advice on the Royal Rumble from Edge. Beth gets a note from Maurice that says, let's go one-on-one in the ring, which I wouldn't mind watching. Beth and Edge call bullshit. Edge is going out there with her. And then KO comes in and squirms around saying he doesn't want to meet the Damian inside of him later. I am not feeling Damian Priest. KO show. Special guest is BFF Seth Rollins. KO panders to Seth. I admire you. You're going to win, etc. Seth says Roman's scared, and basically every other fucking cliche that they have. If Seth wins the belt, he's coming back to Raw. KO says Brock and Bobby can bounce the fuck out. KO says he's in the Royal Rumble. Priest comes out, yells at Rollins, calls them both delusional, and then Priest loses to Kevin Owens. Nikki full-blown heel does an interview. We got the Otis graduation ceremony because my boys defeated RK Bro and are your new Raw Tag Team champions.
I'm surprised you didn't refer to them as RK Blow.
Yeah, well. Gable has a long list of accomplishments and then talks about Otis's tree trunk. Riddle, who couldn't even fucking graduate kindergarten, interrupts because he's a fucking idiot. Comes out. Alpha Academy throws out an academic challenge for RK Blows. I did put it there. And then if they win, they get a rematch. Riddle or Randy shows up, hits Gable with a RKO. Vince and Theory grooming session backstage. Vince basically threatens to beat off Theory if he loses his rematch. Says he's going to send him a dick pic or send a dick pic to his mom also. So thank God Finn loses because now Theory's mom doesn't get the dick pic and he's not going to get manhandled by Vince. Always a plus. Nikki versus Rhea. Zelina and Carmella come out. They want Rhea to thank them for showing her that Nikki was a waste of space. Zelina says Rhea can't do it alone either. Nikki then beats the shit out of Rhea before the bell and just leaves. Reggie loses to Omos because we didn't see that fucking coming. After Dana gassed him up like a motherfucker for no reason.
Right.
Maurice face
to do that to you.
Right. Maurice has her face to face with Beth. Once Maurice wants out of the match at the Rumble, tries to pander with memories of the Divas era. The crowd's not having it. Maurice wants to be best friends. Beth calls BS, wants to wreck Maurice. Miz shows up, attacks Edge, causes a distraction, and Maurice cracks Beth over the head with a brick in her purse. Street Profits and Mysterios defeat Rudolph, Apollo, and Aziz Ansari. Ray's eliminated by Dom, or Ray eliminates Dom after the match to teach his son, this is what's going to fucking happen to you. Daddy's going to whoop that ass in the Royal Rumble. We got a Bobby interview. Bobby and Brock hype package. Miz and Maurice interview next week. Maurice's birthday party. Who cares? Alexa therapy round 2. We do a word association game, and every answer is Lily until he says imaginary, and then Alexa loses his shit, and dude's like, "Fuck this, peace out," and bails before he gets castrated. And then in our main event, Bobby and Seth ends in a DQ. Her Business attacks Bobby and ends up getting wrecked because that's what the fuck they're there for. And then the Usos show up the right way through the crowd and drop Seth as if they weren't supposed to fucking be there. What are we swallowing for Monday Night Raw?
I'll let the guys go start things off.
I'm swallowing Vince and Austin Theory, taking all that down.
Oh, okay. You'd like to see old white man grooming younger prospects, huh?
Hey, as long as they're not a black dude getting touched, I'm cool, bro.
That RN's been championing Theory.
I fuck with Theory. I can't help it, bro. I love the dude, bro.
I remember. I know.
I've seen him in person a couple times, you know what I'm saying, over at Evolve. And that was when he was like 19 or 20. Like, I've been telling y'all, like, the dude's going to be a fucking world champion, and we're seeing that they see it as well. And the worst part is we really haven't even got to see him on the mic. Once you guys really get to see what he can fucking do on the mic, like, I'm telling you, it's going to be fucking, it's lights out for sure.
Or maybe he'll take a selfie.
What are you swallowing, Jay?
I'm swallowing that whole main event. Like I'm all for it because the Usos were used very properly. I love that. It was beautiful. So I'm swallowing that.
I'm gonna go ahead and swallow the Alexa therapy segments. They have been one of the bright spots of Raw the last 2 weeks.
Oh, the fuck they haven't.
They've been good.
Listen. Yes, they have been good, but we don't want this anymore. Like,
yes, we do. You don't want this anymore.
You're the only person. No,
I am not the only person.
That shit was ass when it was here. Now that he making sense because Bray's gone.
Mute him. He's living his gimmick. He wants to live his gimmick.
Bro, I just want plain old goddess Alexa Bliss Black that's dope in the fucking ring. I'm sick of all this stupid shit with the doll. I'm sorry, it's dumb.
The doll's gone.
The whole fucking segment was about the doll.
But the doll's not there. She's not doing supernatural shit.
You just said it yourself. How many times did they say Lily?
That was her answer for everything.
Yeah,
she's still talking about the doll, but the whole point is the journey to get her back to Raw and get past Lily.
It's not going to.
At least they're telling a fucking story, and they're not just having her show up with no explanation. Back as the fucking goddess.
I understand that. I'm not even mad at that part either. But my thing is, fuck this shit. Abandoning it, throw it away, burn it like they did the Fiend, and keep it moving.
Okay, now you're getting muted. Now, see. Now, when you said burn it like they did the Fiend, now you're getting muted. We do not talk about the Fiend getting burned. We do not talk about the run. No. Do not ever do that to anything I love like they did Bray Wyatt.
Wow.
Broke my heart. Anyway.
I wasn't saying the Fiend was bad. I was just saying just burn it like they did the Fiend in storyline.
Well, regardless of what RN may say, I am enjoying those segments. They're charming, they're entertaining, which is what I like. I'm swallowing them. Now he's cradling his Fiend.
Did you see my take on who the new Fiend should be?
No, I didn't, but I will check that out for sure.
Also,
and I'm sure I'm gonna hate it.
Absolutely.
Also want to swallow the whole graduation segment. I think Chad Gable, like, man, people forget that man's fucking funny. Like, he's got great comedic timing. Otis, just like, it felt like he was like a teensy bit of the old Otis. Like the old Otis wanted to come out.
Right.
And it was great.
Now that's a fucking story. Like, I like the Alpha Academy shit, and I feel like they're using Otis the correct way.
I just thought it was a good segment. I thought it was a solid segment. Clearly they're not done with RK Bro, but like, I'm all for Alpha Academy getting the championship.
I want him to get some more people in it. Like how you got
I want it to actually be an academy. You know,
exactly.
It's kind of like Andre Chase University, but it's only 2 people in that.
Or kind of have
Team Angle.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, kind of make it be. They already dressed like Team Angle, and act like Team. Like, bring some more fucking people on. There's shooters in that locker room that you can bring on to, you know what I'm saying, be a part of it, bro.
Also, I want to swallow what they're doing with Nikki Cross. The delusional like superhero.
Just mute me, bro.
Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just interested. I'm swallowing it because I'm interested.
Go ahead.
Which is something that Raw just hasn't been giving me. It's like haven't been interested in anything they've been doing. At least this is like, I'm curious and I'm interested to see where this goes and what they're gonna do with it. Do I have high expectations? No. It's like WWE 2K20. I'm just interested. We'll see what happens.
I'll give them the credit of the fact that they're keeping the fact that she's always been fucking crazy canon, and they're almost kind of now saying this whole superhero thing and her thinking she was a superhero was part of that just shit she had going on in her head.
Yeah.
And this is the real Nikki coming out. So again, Nikki FBV, full-blown villain instead of Nikki Ass, as RN likes to refer to her.
I just need Nikki.
I'm gonna see where it goes.
That's all I need. I need Nikki.
That's the only one part I am kind of excited about, is if we do get that, because I've been saying this from the beginning, like when they first called her up, like, you have, because of the crazy shit, there is a potential there for her to be like the female Mankind and have all these different personalities that you can use and bring out. And like, if they kind of start going towards that, and this be one of them that she can go back to, like, I'm for that. Like, because I've said it before, like, she reminds me of Mick Foley, her style, her ring style, everything about her. Like, she has that fucking derangedness to her. Like, if they did that and they really did take it that way and make that a part of the story, her being batshit crazy, then yes, I'm on all board for it. But you know that that's not going to happen. They don't do long-term storytelling. They don't refer back to shit in the past unless it was 2 weeks ago and we get a video package of it. Like, it's just not going to happen the way we think it should happen.
The way it could happen. And I agree. Right. You could have the sanity version of Nikki Cross be your Cactus Jack, your unhinged, whatever. You could have the superhero version of her be Dude Love, the way she wants to see herself. And then the version that was with Alexa would be the Mankind.
Yeah. Bro, it's there. Like, in her in-ring style too. Like, she can work in the ring. She can work fucking dangerous. Like, just like the Last Man Standing? What was it, Oscar? Or was it?
Yes, it was Oscar.
Yeah, it was Oscar.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, like, I've been saying this since then. Like, bro, there's potential there, and you already, like you said, you already got the crazy bitch there. So anything she does, you could always fall back on that.
But you see why I'm interested. You see why I'm interested because I feel like there's like more depth there than her just
I'm
being
not,
like
and
the
I
baby
wasn't
face.
discounting what you were saying. But let's be honest. We know that's not what's gonna happen. That's
No, we know it's not going to happen.
That's
But
why
it
I'm
might
like, I don't
lead
want to get invested in it, and I know that what
I'm
I
not-
think should happen was right there that you could fucking see the way that they could do it. You know they're not gonna do it because it makes too much fucking sense.
No. I'm just swallowing the fact that it was interesting this week. I'm just swallowing it week by week basis. I'm not going to swallow it as a whole. I'm not going to prematurely swallow the whole angle. I'm going to see where it goes. But for this week, it was good, you know?
To be fair, am I the first person to actually mute RN since mute RN came out?
Yes,
yes,
you are.
Yeah, I think you're the first. Like I used to do it back on the show.
I'm also with Jay Thunder. I'm swallowing the main event. I do have little nitpicks. Like I kind of wish they didn't play the Usos music and maybe they sent some refs out to go grab them because they weren't supposed to be there. But the fact that they came in through the crowd, they didn't come out with an entrance. They weren't like on Raw hanging out all night. Like they came in, they did their shit and they got out. Plus Bobby versus Seth was a damn good match. You didn't hurt either guy with a DQ finish. Both guys are going into main event. So you didn't want someone to lose anyway. Her business gets wrecked, makes Bobby still look strong. Sucks for Shelton said, but it is what it is. I'm good with that as well. So I'm swallowing that, and I'm swallowing anything Maurice on my TV every time. I don't care how stupid or awful it is. I just enjoy looking at her. So
we don't even need Edge, and we don't even need Edge and what's her name, bro. Like we don't. Like Miz and Maurice can. That's all we need. Like get fucking. I'm done with Edge. Honestly, I'm not done with Edge. Let me take that back. I'm done with these dueling fucking talk shows every other week. That's what I'm done with. Because first of all, Edge doesn't need it.
But I will say I'm swallowing the fact that Maurice clocked Beth Phoenix with the
Oh yeah, that was dope. Like, but everything they do is dope. Let's just be honest. Like, they always make everything work, even with some old motherfuckers that shouldn't be in the ring. Like,
so what are we spitting from Raw?
You mean how they made things work with Cena and Nikki?
Yeah,
I think they did make that work.
Yeah, when they were parodying Nikki, they were cosplaying as Nikki and John Cena. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was using that as an example.
Oh, with the way you said it, you sounded like you're being sarcastic, motherfucker.
What are we spitting from Monday Night Raw?
I'll get us started with the spits. I am spitting. Actually, no. I can't get started with the spits.
I'll start it. Matt Riddle showed up in a graduation gown, which is the first one he's ever worn in his entire life because he never graduated shit. And then he showed up, and I thought we were gonna get Matt Riddle versus Randy. Like I thought we just let the shit cool off. Royal Rumble would hit, Riddle would be out there, Randy would show up, toss his ass out, we'd move on to WrestleMania. But instead, apparently, we're continuing the sham of a fucking tag team going forward for whatever reason. And I just want Randy to punt his stupid face as hard as possible. That's all I ask for. It's not.
I kind of want that too, but the opposite. I want it to be Riddle that turns on Randy.
That would be fucking awful.
No, it wouldn't. It would be something. It would actually. You'd actually make a star, and you'd actually do something that we haven't seen for the 4,000th fucking time. Randy being a partner with somebody and then turning on him.
The only place Matt Riddle deserves to be is the 24/7 division. That is it. No star, no nothing. Let him ride around on a scooter.
Mute me now.
Let him ride around on a scooter with the fucking 24/7 title and do dumb shit and talk about Burger King. That is his niche. That's where he belongs.
Listen, let me just say this. This stupid ass fucking version of Matt Riddle. Yes, I agree with you. We've had this discussion. I hate it too. This is not the Matt Riddle that I fucking love, fell in love with, and traveled 2 or 3 different fucking states to see 3 or 4 different times. This is not that. This is stupid ass WWE version because he's a stoner. Like,
this is why I always say
he's been that way since NXT. So,
which is why I've always said he's not my kind of white people. I do not like this guy at all. He is not my kind of white people. I don't fuck with these white people. White people like him. Do not do it. So, because that's who he is, that's why we spit him. And that's why I don't want to see this guy be the guy to take out Randy Orton at WrestleMania when my guy couldn't take out Randy Orton at WrestleMania twice.
I didn't say he should beat him. I just said that he should turn on Randy.
I thought this all kind of just stemmed from the fact that you got mistaken for Matt Riddle a few times on Twitter.
Yeah,
also that it still happens. I got threatened to get castrated on Twitter because somebody thought I was fucking Matt Riddle.
I remember that. That was pretty dope.
Yeah. And then RN stuck up for me, and after the chick blocked me, and she still blocked me. Like she
blocked me too after,
Yeah.
and then unblocked me. Like when she figured out it was true, you were telling the truth. Then she unblocked. I'm like, what the fuck did you out? Like, did you unblock him? She's like, no. I'm like, all right, well, he deserved
Fuck it.
He deserved it. Okay.
What else were you
I'm-
spitting from Raw?
I'm spitting anything with the women that's not involved Becky and them. Like that shit was the Nikki ass shit is ass.
The Becky
Carmella
stuff
and
is
them.
ass. Everything Becky's ass. What you talking about?
I was
Yeah,
about
but-
to say,
yeah,
I was
but-
like, I don't know, bro. Like,
Can I
just-
finish? I didn't say Becky
No,
was carrying
no,
the
you-
shit.
by
I'm
all
just saying
means.
that
No,
all the
by all
people,
means. By
all the
means.
people surrounding Becky, like Bianca and them, are not ass, and even Liv to a certain degree isn't as ass as she was. So like that's all right. But Carmella, Zelina, Rhea, Rip ass, Nikki ass, like just get them off my fucking screen immediately. Like I'm just like bottom of the barrel. Like get the fuck out of here, bro. It's diva era shit, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
We have talked about how RN hates women.
No, I hate these women. Those women are ass. I'm sorry. They of all the women they cut, those are the ones that are getting TV time. Like, come on, bro.
There. Jay,
Okay.
you spitting anything?
Yeah, so like I don't know, like I'm kind of like half and half with the Becky segment in the beginning of it was like I guess I'm so used to Becky being the man. It's kind of hard for me to be like, oh, so this is Hollywood Becky now. This is Hollywood Becky. Like she's basically just using Rock's gimmick from 2002,
But not doing it as well.
but not doing it as well. I was like,
I'd argue she's kind of doing what Seth Rollins does as a heel, being annoying, wears obnoxious clothes, tries to be obnoxious, but Seth Rollins does it better.
I was about to say, Seth does it a lot.
Actually, Seth
better.
took it from her, but he just does it better.
No,
but-
Seth was doing that gimmick before she returned.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was the shit wasn't crazy till
Nah.
she came back.
He was already doing some outlandish.
he was wearing some dope ass blazers and shit. The shit got real
I
weird.
feel like
and
there's
crazy
nothing
when she
that
got
Seth
back.
Rollins wears that's dope. It's all ugly as shit. But
now,
like,
now that he's dressed like a super villain, yeah, the shit was whack. When he was really being the drip god on SmackDown, some of them shits was fucking fire, bro.
Yo, dead ass
no,
like a
no,
fucking carpet,
no,
bro.
do
Like,
not ever use the word drip
Bro,
and Seth
I'm
Rollins
just
in the same
saying.
sentence.
I just did. He was the drip god. He has not. He now he dresses like fucking super villain.
Can I spit? Can I spit RN?
Yo,
Like,
he just like Two-Face,
calling
bro.
Seth
He
Rollins
just like
the drip
Two-Face.
god.
It's your show too.
I
Yeah,
just came here to fuck shit up.
Clearly. I
My
don't.
man's just like Two-Face. Like,
Yes, I'm not defending it now. Listen, you didn't listen to what I'm saying. It's ass now. It literally is ass now. It's like
It was ass from the jump.
It's like a little girl's like going in her doll closet and just like dressing up a Ken doll, bro. Like it's fucking.
It was ass from
garbage.
the jump. But I think just like move along the convo of the Raw recap. I don't necessarily have any spits because like that would mean that I hated something. Everything else. I just didn't care for it.
Right.
So I can't really
so
spit.
would you consider that? Yeah, would you consider that as a spit if you didn't really care for it?
No, that's gargling
No.
undecidedly.
Did
Uh-oh.
it?
I was about
Okay.
to say he did. He just. I was like, what happened?
Gargling
it was me.
undecidedly.
Gargling.
And
No,
honestly,
so
I just want to say like Raw's actually been really dope the last few weeks, like for real. Like compared to what it has been. Listen, Raw has been unwatchable for a long time.
what the fuck is this, man?
I mean, RK Bro is no longer Raw Tag Team Champions, so for at least the last 2 weeks, I have to agree with them.
I was about to
No,
say,
literally
Matt's
the
happy.
last 3 or 4
Matt's
weeks.
happy.
Let's be honest. Like if we were getting main event shit, but the rest of the show, literally, you could have just fucking cut it all off and not watched and just turned it on for the first 10 minutes and the last 10 minutes Raw. We've actually, like you said, the election shit, it's got you kind of hooked in. The Rhea
like
shit,
two
and Nikki
things. Two things.
But
Like,
that,
out of all the shows this week, it was the worst show of the week.
it always is. I'm not saying it's the best show of the week. I'm saying compared to
I don't know. That's debatable.
I'm saying compared to how
We'll get
Raw
to that.
has been,
We'll get to that, Jay.
it's been more watchable, and I find myself actually staying up to fucking finish it.
I guess.
Jay
Some
Thunder,
people-
Monday Night Raw, overall, spit or swallow.
Overall, I mean, I'd gargle because to be quite honest with you, like I the only thing that I saw that was good was I give Becky's shit like 50-50, and I give the main event 50-50 because it was good. Everything else I kind of like,
Yep.
Gargle Raw as well. Like, I don't really care to spit it or swallow it. Just gargle it.
All right.
I'm gonna swallow it, but begrudgingly.
I'm swallowing it for the sole fact that
Of course you are.
they didn't do what they did on SmackDown, which is getting spit. So
That's what I was
respected me just a little bit. Just
I
a
already
little.
knew you were gonna spit SmackDown. I mean, I literally tweeted it. Like I already knew
Yeah.
what this was gonna be.
RN, where you want to go next? NXT, SmackDown, or AEW?
Let's just go with SmackDown right into it. Keep it going.
All right, let's talk about the shittiest show of the week. We kicked it off with the Bloodline. They're kicking off the show, and right off the fucking bat, fuck the brand split. Here comes Seth Rollins, interrupts, tells Roman he should be celebrating his cousins. They're the cornerstones. And then there's going to be a tag match. He needs a tag partner. Out comes KO because, again, fuck me and my feelings. KO versus Seth, or KO and Seth versus the Usos later. Basically, if KO and Seth win, Usos are banned from ringside for Seth and Roman at the Rumble. Madcap Moss versus Kofi. And, oh, hey, Matt, fuck you again. Here's Big E coming out with Kofi because Woods is injured. And fuck it, just bring over all of Raw. Vince's favorite wrestler, Aaliyah, gets another win over Natalya, this time by DQ. We got our girl Summer Rae ringside, just
The Queen.
giving all the shade to Natalya. And Natalya is whooping Aaliyah's ass after the match, which is what caused the DQ in the first place, till Xia Li comes down, the protector, and protects her. Los Lotharios get smashed by the Viking Raiders for the, first time we've
Trash.
seen the Viking Raiders be the Viking Raiders since they came up. Sonya Deville screws Naomi, and not in the fun way that we'd all like to watch on Pornhub, in a really sad, awful way, because Naomi had her match against Charlotte, and Sonya came out, made Charles Robinson strip, which nobody ever wants to see, put on the ref costume, and of course, screwed Naomi over, didn't count the 3 count when she had the win, and then rang the bell before she even tapped. Sammy goes insane again. This time he is going to one-up Johnny Knoxville and do all of the cool things that Johnny Knoxville did before he got famous without turning any of the fun shit on. Johnny comes out and calls bullshit, says, hey, it's not on, then starts shocking him with the cattle prod with awful fucking sound effects because apparently it didn't make any sound. Then he throws him out of the ring. Eric Bischoff's backstage with Pierce, and apparently when another man's around, Pierce grows balls because he tells Sonya, listen, you've been doing some fucked up shit. It's time. I'm going to snitch on you, and I'm going to recommend a singles match. So he's like, okay, bitch, fine. Sheamus defeats Ricochet. Ridge Holland's back. Shinsuke and Boogs hang out with Double J backstage because apparently Shinsuke's not important, and Boogs is the front man now. In our main event, Seth and KO defeat the Usos by DQ because Roman drops Seth with a Superman punch, and now the Usos are banned from ringside at the Royal Rumble.
No fucking sense.
If you can tell my lack of enthusiasm in that recap, it's because they've started the show so fucked up. But we're not doing spits yet. What are we swallowing from SmackDown?
I'll go first. I'll go first. I got to. I want to swallow all that shit with Natalya. Fuck her. Let's go. Summer Rae, my queen. I changed my account to a Summer Rae stand account.
You still doing this? You still doing this?
I'm still doing this,
You
bro.
still doing this?
Natalya is ass in a waste of space on my TV.
Oh my god!
And her face don't even move, bro. You couldn't even tell she was mad or not when that shit was popping off, bro. And she cannot wrestle.
That's out of pocket.
You're a wrestler. And if you think she can wrestle, you are fucking high, bro.
Bro, how can she? Oh my god,
she cannot wrestle anymore. She's not. She can't even do the fucking sharpshooter. How many
I will
times
say
have we said this?
She is my third favorite Neidhart.
Exactly.
It's Jenny, Jim,
her sister,
bro,
dad, and then
Matt, don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm dead serious. First off, Jenny's fine as fuck. Jenny's number one.
Jenny is a
then
bad
it's
bitch.
Jim, and then it's Natalya. I hate to say
Actually,
it.
I might even throw her mom in before her, bro. Like it's
Bro, you both
Man, y'all are so out of pocket, bro.
That's
Damn.
not out of pocket. Summer Rae gets it, bro. The bitch is out of pocket, bro. She is not. She's not a legend, bro. I saw the motherfucking Macho Man and Liz thing on A&E. They had Natalya on it because she swam at their house one time when she was fucking 5 years old. Are you fucking kidding me?
Natalia is RN's Matt Riddle, and I respect it.
Yes. Yes, she is. Natalia is literally, if Live, Laugh, Love was a person, it's Natalia.
So she's Karen.
Yeah, literally.
Karen Neidhart.
Karen Neidhart.
Jay, what are you swallowing from SmackDown, dude?
Funny thing about it is that all the bloodline segments I'm swallowing. I'm sorry. It's just I'm with it. Had it not been like portrayed the way that it was, then I would like go all for it. But I'm all for it because I like the fact that how they're playing Roman's character. It's just still like the beginning is still kind of like they're like, I understand Matt that you didn't like how they started off the show, but I mean, even still, like it was still a good segment either way.
So I'm going to agree with you on the fact that it's entertaining, but when we get into spits, I will explain to you why I'm spitting the segment.
Same.
Okay.
All right. I think Jay, just like with myself, is just swallowing Roman Reigns on our television screen. We're swallowing Roman Reigns, and because he's just doing good content.
Because it's like it's ridiculous because like just like what like a year or two ago, like I didn't want to see the motherfucker on TV, and now the WWE has actually put him in a position where he actually is good. They put him in a position where he's good, and they're doing something that's good for him, and I'm okay with that. I'm just okay.
That's fair. Are you wearing pants right now?
I am wearing pants.
Oh,
you got your Roman Reigns shirt on. I figure you got that energy. I just assume like you walk into the bedroom, Pooh Bearing it with just the Roman Reigns shirt on, and your wife knows what's up.
Nah, bro. Like I made sure that I put pants on because, like,
I
never know. I might stand up 1 minute and then next thing you know, like, no.
I mean, if I stand up, you guys just see the goods, so.
Yeah, like I get it. It's Pornhub. I get it. I understand, but I don't. That's for the OnlyFans. Relax.
Which isn't happening either.
The only thing I am swallowing from this show is Sammy getting zapped with a taser and tossed out by Johnny Knoxville because it was entertaining. I know it sucks for Sammy, and I know Sammy fans aren't happy about it, but I was at least entertained at that part of the show that I was watching.
I'm not swallowing anything from SmackDown. Nothing was swallow worthy for me.
Well, I will say this, like, I feel like all of this was like I don't understand why Sammy signed another deal with just for the money. But I mean,
it's not just for the money. It's because him and Kevin Owens, they've continuously showed us in every fucking documentary they've done. Their goal was to get to the WWE. Kevin Owens learned how to speak English watching the WWE. Sami Zayn has only wanted to be a WWE superstar his entire life. So it's like, why are people surprised when your life's dream was to do something, you're here doing it, and you want to keep doing it? And you're getting paid top dollar to do it. It's not that hard.
So now, mid-card, rest of your life. God, gotcha.
I will say Sammy doesn't want to go to Saudi, but he has no issue taking the money they get from Saudi when those contracts come around.
Come on, man. That's a reach, but
you know what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying.
That's like blaming LeBron because Nike's making his shoes with little Chinese dudes, bro. Like it's
He signed that contract. He knew it was up. Anyway, what are we spitting from SmackDown?
Can I spit the entire show?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that too.
Okay. So let me just list all my fucking spits because it starts from the start of the show. Seth Rollins shows up looking like a fucking dick. He looks like a jackass. He looks terrible. I hate the outfit he was wearing. Then
that floral shit was ass.
It was ass. It was so
I'm pretty sure my grandma wears a dress like that to church before.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Then
bro, he needed to take that shit back to 1970, bro. Dead ass.
Bro, that needs to be burnt like the Fiend. If anything needs to be burnt, it's whatever the fuck Seth Rollins is wearing. 2, Kevin Owens showed up. You're on Raw. Stay on the fuck on Raw. Why are you on SmackDown? At least Seth Rollins, you can make the stupid case that he's having a feud with the Universal Champion. That doesn't mean he should be on the show. But I'm just saying,
I mean, this storyline still kind of like makes no sense either way. But
It doesn't.
I'm
It makes
kind of for it. Like,
I'm not. I'm all against it. I'm all against all of it. So then this whole shit just, besides Roman just being Roman, that whole segment gets a spit. Then you move on to the first match, and I have to deal with Madcap Moss. I hate Madcap Moss. He looks like a fucking tool. What was he wearing? Then Big E shows up. I love me some big meaty men that like to slap meat, especially when those meaty men are Big E. But now when they're not on the show that they don't belong on. You are on Monday Night Raw, sir. Stay on the show. I don't care if you're best, but
hold up. We're not doing Big E slander here. I'm
not slandering Big E.
He's not slandering Big E. What are you talking about?
I'm not slandering Big E. I am saying he should not be on SmackDown because he is contractually obligated to be on Raw. He's
does not
Raw.
matter. New day.
Yes, it does. It's a fucking brand split, Jay.
If you work for a job, you just show up at another job's location. They're
not
letting you in, bro.
Bro, I work for show.
I
work for show. I'm not gonna all of a sudden walk into a BP and start ringing up customers. That's not how shit works.
That's just not how it goes.
Exactly. Then
I was gonna say, I don't want to interrupt you. You're on a roll.
Yeah.
Then I have fucking Aaliyah on my television screen. Why? And then she's wrestling Natalia. Again, I just fucking skipped that shit. I wanted to go watch the Bulls game. I went, check back, make sure there wasn't anything going on with them. I was good to go. Then, why the fuck is Jeff Jarrett backstage? Why? Why the fuck? Who asked for Jeff Jarrett? Like, oh, I know what's gonna boost up fucking ratings. Jeff Jarrett. Like, no, like, why is Jeff Jarrett on my screen? And then he's interacting with Rick Boogs like they're best buddies. Meanwhile, your Intercontinental Champion is just a side prop. Like, why is he like the side dude now? Like,
because he's hurt and don't want to wrestle. I guess I don't fucking know.
Then you move on to the insane segment, which the last week was ass. This one was ass. Fuck Johnny Knoxville. I don't give a fuck about any of this shit. This was cringe. This was terrible. And two, he's supposed to be challenging for the IC Championship, and your IC Champion's a goof in the backstage area, and this IC Championship match is supposed to take place, but no one remembers it's taking place, and it's bothering me. There's that. What else is going? Sonya Deville being a fucking Karen. Like, just stop. Just stop. This whole Naomi thing.
Why is Naomi not in the fucking bloodline? Like, why?
That's a pet peeve for another day. But it's like, it's literally the same shit we've been seeing for months. It's not even like unique things. It's like just screwing over Naomi, just screw it over. And at this point, it's just rubbing me the wrong way unintentionally. I know it's not their intention to make this seem racially motivated, but it feels racially motivated. And then two, again, a championship contenders match. Wow.
All right, so Vince, two things. One, I am spitting the Sonya segment, but the reason I'm spitting the Sonya segment is we had an entire show last week where Sonya talked about how Naomi can't touch her when she's got her jacket on. She took her jacket off right in front of Naomi, and Naomi didn't do shit. Your opening was right there. As soon as that jacket came off, she should have been whooping Sonya's ass.
Clocked her with a brick. Clocked her with a brick. I'm yelling. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're gonna get in trouble. You're gonna have to fuck the landlord, and it's not gonna be good. Keep your house. Wait,
yelling.
we weren't supposed to do that anymore. I apologize. Also, I'm spitting the opening segment and the Big E stuff because it's lazy writing.
Yep.
I have no problem with Seth Rollins wrestling Roman Reigns because it is a co-branded pay-per-view. I have a problem with you not finding a way to have Seth Rollins show up on SmackDown or the Usos show up on Raw, or, you know, where it seems like they're not supposed to be there. It's like you said, you don't work one job and just fucking, if the Chicago quarterback gets COVID, we don't just get Aaron Rodgers for a week because it's the fucking NFL. That's not how it works. You don't just bring somebody over from another fucking brand because we're out of fucking players. That's not how this works.
No, trash.
So I'm spitting it because it is lazy writing. They're not even trying to make it make sense. They're just like, oh, we'll just do this. And everyone sucks it up and says, oh, it's fine. It is. Well, at least, you know, star power. No, fuck that shit. Make it make fucking sense. Make it be a story. Make it entertaining. Fucking try. I just want you to fucking try. You're not even trying.
At least they tried with the Usos. At least with the Uso thing, that makes sense, in the sense that they felt like they weren't supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Right.
And with both Big E, Kevin Owens, and Seth Rollins, they just kind of showed up because they could, and no one stopped them.
Yeah.
No, like that's my big issue.
And the thing that pisses me off is, like you said, they just showed up because no one stopped them. And literally, you had a segment with the two authority figures right fucking there, and no one's like, "Hey, motherfucker, what are you doing there?"
Fire both of them. Fire both of them.
Bischoff there.
I'm spitting this whole show too, except for the Natalia portion. Everything else is all spittable because, like you said, it's like there's no fucking storyline continuity. Like you said, they're breaking the fourth fucking wall pretty much. Like it's Walmart and Target employees coming over and, like you said, ringing people out and shit. Like it makes, like you said, it's so lazy. It makes zero fucking sense. Like suspend my disbelief, I get, but like, come on, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Final spit. The fact that the Lotharios lost to the Viking Raiders, which this version of the Viking Raiders are ass. And it's like, they seemed like they were going to do something with Los Lotharios when they got them together.
When did you see that?
When they first started getting together before the fucking draft. It looked like they were building them up to at least be a contender for the championships, not necessarily
and then they moved them to another show and completely fucking buried them.
At least they're not gardeners.
Aren't they though? They got like pool boy vibes.
That's racist. I resent.
They got like pool boy vibes.
I resent that statement.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I resent that statement.
They might as well be. I mean, in WWE's eyes, that's what they are, bro. They're one step away from coming out on a lawnmower, bro. Let's just be honest.
Meet that man one more time.
I'm not saying it for me. I'm just saying, like, shit. First of all, Los Lotharios, like it's another Latin fucking stereotype. Latin lover boys, like, get the fuck out of here. Like,
at least Angel Garza had that gimmick to begin with. That was already his shit. He's had that whole thing.
They just do not how to do any other race besides white men, and even now they're fucking that up with the Nazi shit. So
I'm spitting SmackDown. Vince is spitting SmackDown.
Yeah.
RN spitting SmackDown. Jay, are you gonna be the lonely swallow here? You gotta unmute yourself.
Oh, I muted myself for a reason. I muted myself for a reason. Because all you guys are asses. But anyway. I mean, I'm either way. I'm still. It's a gurgle for me. It's a gurgle.
Okay.
It's a gurgle because I feel like because to be quite honest with you, I don't think it was the worst show in the world. So, and that's just my opinion.
Well, apparently you have one. Do you want to go to that one? Where do you want to go next? NXT or one of the AEWs?
Oh, I would like to go to NXT.
Okay, we'll save AEW for last. We kicked off NXT with LA Knight showing up. He calls out what I am now referring to, thanks to Young Kings Wrestling, as Aussie Paul, because he is the Australian version of a Paul brother. But he doesn't show up, so LA Knight keeps talking shit about how Aussie Paul can't get bitches. Then Aussie Paul does show up, says he's got a restraining order against Knight. Knight's like, oh, that's cool. You don't have one against this guy, though. Here comes Dexter Lumis. And he's like, you got two choices. You can fight Dexter or you can drop the restraining order and fight me. But either way, you're getting that ass tapped. Waller ends up picking Dexter. And Dexter loses because Veer's former tag team partner has re-shown up in NXT as Aussie Paul's fucking heater. Makes the save and saves his ass. Matt's shitty kids backstage are put on notice by Legado del Fantasma for the Dusty Cup. The Crudes defeat Brooks and Dunn. Dante Chen and Guru Raj ends in a DQ, so Duke Hudson can come out and be relevant. Joe Wayne Gacy and Harlan want to spread the good word, and Odyssey Jones is calling some bullshit on it. Joe Wayne Gacy basically tells his gimp, we're not going to let this negativity shit happen, and sends him off on a mission to beat up a man on crutches. Big Bad Booty Breaker interview says Santos decides to step his game up and confront the champ during the interview, laying claim to a title shot. My boy Tony DeLee unfortunately delivers a bad eulogy. I'm not gonna lie about it. It was trash, but he calls out Trick Mello, They're not happy about it. Come out, tell him to keep his eyes off the North American title or it's closed casket. Grimes shows up, tells Tony to get to the back of the line. He wants a title shot. Mello then shows up, or Mello tells Tony and Grimes, you two can fight it out. Grimes dodges a shot from Tony and then hits him with his memorial picture. Casey and Caden only care about getting some dick. Like, they don't even want to wrestle anymore. Like, all they care about is Brooks and Dunn's dick. Wendy Cho calls him out for it. And then Dunn gets all weird about it and stumbles all over himself and makes an ass out of himself, scares the women away. Leon and Faraz give us a package so we can get to know them. Dakota interrupts an interview that they're doing. Gets a match later with Leon. Kaylee Ray loses to Ivy Nile. Toxic Attraction attacks Kaylee Ray, but Persian Indy come out and butt in for no damn reason. Harlan the Gimp attacks Odyssey Jones in the trainer room. Joey and Gacy watches from the corner with a hard on. Legado loses to Malik and Idris. Big Bad Booty Breaker puts his hands on Santos, which caused a distraction, costing Legado the match, which I know Vince is extremely happy about. Solo Sikoa not happy about the Bukkake getting the best of him, so we do a little package for that. Dakota Kai defeats Leon, and then Faraz attacks after the match. Giant Gonzalez interview. She's still racist. She still wants Mandy. Cora does too, but says, hey, we should be tag team partners. She's like, fuck you, bitch. And Cora's like, nah, you know what? Consents for the week. I'm going to fix this. We're going to be tag team partners because she doesn't know what no means no means. And then in our main event, Walter defeats Roderick Strong. Walter gets the win. And after the match, Imperium attack Roddy, and then the Crude show up, make the save, and we brawl off air. What are we swallowing from NXT?
Jay, why don't you kick things off, man?
What am I swallowing?
Yeah.
I think maybe the fact that how Kaden Carter actually looked like she actually looked decent. Probably this is probably about the only thing that I'm probably gonna swallow out of this episode.
Really?
I wasn't really the biggest fan of the episode. The only thing that was good was probably the main event. That was probably it. Like, literally, I'm not really the biggest fan of Braun. I'm not. It's just right now. I'm just not like I. First of all, he's still green. Number two, they just catapulted him into the main events scene, which is stupid to me. Like, I feel like just because of the fact that you sat here and you released every single good person from NXT or you've pushed them back or you brought them up to the main roster, doesn't mean that Braun is ready for the big time. Like, dude is still like, even like I say he's okay with his mic skills. He's cool. He's all right. But I mean, like he still sounds like a Steiner. He
sounds like he's fresh out the power plant. This shit is fucking ass.
That's what I'm saying. It's ass, bro. Like
I thought we're doing spits to start things.
No swallows.
I mean swallows.
Like,
yeah. Yeah,
like,
I thought we were swallowing. I'm sorry,
like I guess I had to just start it off with the spit because, like, I honestly have to say, like, I enjoyed watching AEW more than I enjoyed watching NXT this week. I'm just saying, like, NXT was probably the worst show out of the week. Like, the only thing that was cool was probably LA Knight's promo, and I hated Dexter Lumis losing. And because of the fact that, like, it seems like they're not doing anything with him, and both me and Aaron know that they're not doing anything with him, which is complete bullshit. And I know Aaron is a big fan of Dexter Lumis,
right?
So
me too.
So I just hate the fact that they're not doing shit with him. I mean, granted, I think that it's nice that he's married to Indy Hartwell. That's cool. That's whatever.
I don't even know if that's still a thing, bro.
Well, they still mention it.
She still be flaunting her ring every time.
Yeah, but does she ever say his name, or does he ever, like, they don't? They
yeah, she blows kisses to Dexter before matches and shit. Like, she's more into it than Dexter is. Dexter doesn't acknowledge the fact that he's married.
Well, I mean, what'd you expect? It's Dexter Lumis.
Yeah. See, I'm as straight as they come, but I'll tell you what, there are nights I wish I was Indy Hartwell. Like, I love me some Dexter Lumis.
I do too. Those nothing like those jaggings really get some man going.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand how that man fits in there. They're so fucking tight, bro. Like,
I'm going to swallow LA Knight because I didn't think they were going to make me like LA Knight, and they have found a way as a baby face of all things to make me like
that
LA
shit was
Knight.
weird. That shit was random as that. I was not expecting that.
I'm also going to swallow the fact that I enjoy the Casey Caden Country Boy Cock saga, seeing as they're not going to use them as a tag team. I kind of enjoyed the fact that dude got all awkward and fucked it up, and Wendy was making fun of him while she was sleeping on top of the lockers. Like, I like little segments like that. If you're going to use them, if you're not going to put them on TV, you're going to do something with them, do that. Is what it is. And then, like you said, the main event, I'm swallowing the main. Like, despite the fact that he did the name change, like the match was fire. Him and Roddy killed it. Like,
killed
the match
Yeah,
was
they
great.
they fucking killed each other. Vince, also, I know because I know you're gonna say this. I hated the fact that Legado del Fantasma lost the fucking match, because that shows me, because we've been sitting here and ever since we've been doing NXT, we've been big fans of Santos Escobar and the whole crew, but they're still not doing anything with them, and it bothers me a lot.
Yeah, well, we gonna talk about that.
Well, I'm gonna swallow Mello and them.
Yep.
Mello and the boys.
To me, like that, they had the person that should have been in Braun's space right there. He proved this 2 or 3 weeks before this shit happened, when he had matches with Adam Cole and all these top flight guys and held his fucking own in the ring and on the mic. That's who should have been the fucking person to come out the gate, being your top
Tony
star.
D'Angelo never wrestled Adam Cole. What are you talking about?
Yeah, because I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about Carmelo
I know who
Hayes.
he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let you throw me off. Like I said, Braun Breaker. I'll get to spitting on Braun Breaker when we get there. But yeah, I'm swallowing Mello and them. I'm actually swallowing the Kaylee Ray and the little pit bull bitch match. Like, I love Diamond Mine, and I thought that was actually a pretty good match, especially for some of the throwaway women's matches they've been having to get like feuds moving. So this wasn't that bad of an LA Knight again. Like, I'm surprised that they're using him, especially with the younger initiative and all that. Like, I thought he'd be an afterthought. So I'm definitely pleasantly surprised that
supposedly both he and Roddy were backstage on SmackDown, either to do a dark match or just to be backstage. So I wouldn't be surprised if LA Knight it's there to like groom Andre, wait, what's the dude's name? I forgot his fucking name. Grayson Waller. God damn. Like, that's how little I care about Grayson Waller. I forget his name.
So I got a question. So is Kaylee Ray now a face, or is she still a heel?
We have no idea what the fuck she is.
We don't know.
I don't think she knows what she is. But if we're gonna stick to the Swallows, because there's a handful of Swallows only. The main event again.
Yeah.
No.
It's obvious.
Can't say much more about that. Right. I'm gonna go ahead and swallow that. And again, LA Knight doing good things there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'd swallow from the segment. Like Mello again, it's good, and yeah, Cameron Grimes with Tony D'Angelo, that might be interesting. We'll see.
That man is gonna be Cameron Grimes, man. You know what, Aaron, he has grown on me.
I told you.
He has, like, Aaron did say, he was like, yeah, he did. He grew on me.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Who's not growing on me though is fucking Grayson Waller. Needs to get the fuck off my screen. I want to see him. He's got to go away.
Paul.
Yeah, Aussie Paul.
I gotta disagree on that.
I seen him one time.
That's okay.
That's off my fucking screen.
That's okay. All right. You're entitled to be wrong as many times as you want to be on this episode. That's neither here nor there.
But I'll give you my reasoning why when I get ready.
That's okay. Again, you can give all your wrong reasons as many times as you want to. Legado del Fantasma, what the fuck are they doing, man? Like, why? Like this is just frustrating because, like, for a good hot minute there, they seemed like they were going to be an interesting faction. Then 2.0 happened. Then all of a sudden, this became about Alexis Lopez, like libido, and her wanting to get Zion Quinn and her
Alexis Love Box.
Yeah, whether she's gonna hook up with Zion Quinn or stay with Legado, it was all this fucking weird shit, and it doesn't feel like the same thing
and
anymore.
Then we got no blow off on it either. Like, it's like still like up in the air.
Exactly. And then now, like, am I happy that Santos Escobar looks like he's gonna be thrust into the main title picture, which he deserves to be? Yes. Am I happy that he's the first challenger to Braun Breaker after Tommaso champion after winning the championship? No, because they're just feeding him to Braun Breaker.
Yep.
Which I'm not happy about.
Walter's taking that title off him. So anyone that he gets before Walter Walter's taking the title off him.
Fuck. What else?
Can I tell you something real quick while you're thinking?
Go for
You
it.
do realize that Legado losing is all because they interacted with MSK, and everything that Matt Riddle touches is poison. He poisoned MSK, and then now is poisoned Legado via MSK because they went and talked all that shit to Matt's shitty kids, and then they went and lost. So
I resent that statement. And the continuity would have no like it would have no like nothing to stand on. Like it would have no reasoning, nothing to back it up on if they go ahead and win next week. Like,
what do you mean? They went in the back, they talked shit to Matt's shitty kids and bragged about how they were gonna win, and then came out and lost.
But by that regard, saying that
by transitive properties, the poison that is Matt Riddle seeped through MSK, flew out of their mouths into the mouths of Legado, and caused them to lose.
So a snowball effect.
Yes, snowball effect.
Okay.
I mean, I'm with it because they were supposed to win. Me personally, Legado defense they were supposed to win. I don't understand why they're not doing anything in NXT right now. It's just garbage to me. Like I've stopped watching.
They're cruiserweights. They're cruiserweights, and they're not white. That's there you go.
Also, one final spit. How they're just basically like decided to like not even do anything interesting with Dexter after the wedding segment, even though he was one of the most interesting things going with along with Indy and Cameron Grimes. Like it's like they're doing something with Cameron Grimes. They're not doing anything with Dexter Lumis. There's no character.
Can I get Black and Gold back, please?
Tracks.
Well, see, that's that. So I am not nearly as bitter, even though I've got the black and gold NXT shirt on, as the rest of the Smacked NXT crew about this transition. I personally enjoy Braun Breaker, and I see something in him. While I do agree he's green, I also see a lot of stars coming out of this. I love Tony D'Angelo, 100% love Tony D'Angelo. Zion Quinn, I think they got something with. Solo Sikoa, definitely got something there. So I see a lot of good coming out of this. Toxic Attraction is probably my favorite thing on TV right now. I will take Gigi and Mandy on my screen all day, anytime, for any reason going forward.
I mean, I'd rather have blonde Mandy, but
no.
Fuck no.
Brunette Mandy hits.
Different. Dark Mandy for sure.
Oof.
Oh no, I like blonde Mandy. She looked a lot better.
You have a thing for blondes. That's what this is.
I don't have a thing for blondes. I got a thing for Latinas. That's a difference.
She looks more Latina now. What's
my spit is like is Braun too. Like he's just like the fucking like I can't. His voice, like I just can't do it. Like I do see that there's something there. Like he has star power, and I think once they start really leaning into the Steiner shit, I think it'll be a little bit better for him. And I think
that's all they've been doing. Like
no, they haven't brought it. They haven't. But they haven't really leaned him into it. Like you know what I'm saying. Like everything around him is the Steiner shit, but he's not. He's still going by fucking Braun Breaker.
He did win the title with the Steiner recliner.
But what I'm saying, like his demeanor, his name, everything. I'm saying it'll be an easier pill to swallow to just say fucking whatever.
I don't
Steiner.
Is. Right.
I don't spit Braun Breaker. I don't spit Braun Breaker. I don't even spit the fact that he's champion. He's fine. I think Melo's like way
better.
More ahead of him.
Right.
I'll agree with that. Would you rather have Karrion Kross as champion or Braun Breaker?
Karrion Kross.
Just shoot
Braun Breaker.
Braun
Breaker, honestly.
Give me Braun Breaker.
Well, I think here's my thing with it. I'm finally okay with it being developmental. Like, and that's just the brass tacks of it. Like, we're not gonna get what we want. This is literally the little leagues, and we need to just fucking get on board with it. Matt and Bama kind of finally got me to kind of switch my thinking of it. It's just not our NXT anymore. It's not. It's actually developmental now. And the only bright spots I'm taking away from this is that these guys that are at the top of the card now, we know they're going to be straight when they go to Raw and SmackDown because these are all Vince and that fucking goober fucking what's
Bruce
his
name? Pritchard.
I always forget Pritchard. Those fucking goobers, that gobbler.
Call them
these are his fucking guys. So we know they're not going to get some weird ass name change and dress like a fucking the gimp from fucking Pulp Fiction, one of them, when they get up there. Like they're gonna probably keep their same
Harlan
name.
Harlan
still might, but I mean, but that's better than that than making him a version of Brock Lesnar. That was like the reason we all thought they were gonna do. So I mean,
Like I
now
said, we know
now
that
he's
they're
hiding
going to be
right.
okay. We know that they're going to be okay. That's the only.
Hey, Heidenreich did it for me. Like there was just something about Heidenreich. He was just entertaining. I don't know. I preferred Heidenreich over Gene Snitsky. If we're going
That's
to
true.
look,
I would have took Heidenreich over Sinsky.
yeah, but they should have never did that segment with Michael Cole. It kind of fucked.
Oh no,
up.
That was the only part of Heidenreich I enjoyed.
Facts.
I
thought they should have rolled into that. Like him.
I think I think they should have just like leaned more
that was
into
not
it.
a good. That was not a good.
That's
thing
what
for
I want
TV,
them to do with
though.
Harlan.
That was not a good thing for TV though. Like
I just need every week.
That was not good for TV.
I just need every week Joe Wayne Gacy whispering in Harlan's ear, and the next thing you know, he's got some dude in a dark corner in the NXT fucking arena, pinned up against the wall, and then they're driving off in an unmarked van. Give me that, and I'm sold.
See, if this was NXT Black and Gold, this would have always happened in the NXT parking lot.
Yep,
that's where Harlan would have lived.
Literally.
Yep. I wish I could get that shirt.
We got any other spits?
Just. I'm not
you
spit.
know
I'm not
what? The
spit
spit, the whole situation with Dante Chen, that situation, because
that was kind of fucked up. I ain't gonna lie.
That was messed up. That was like
they gave him a package and everything, and then fucking
squashed him for
squashed him. Like that was dirty. And you know
Dickhead
what?
Hudson.
I got one to spit something too. Brooks and Dunn, like Josh Briggs is fucking dope, and he can actually talk. Like the fact that they're wasting him in a tag team, fucking Trevor Murdoch and Dick or whatever the fuck they were, Cade or whatever 2.0, like, and they're doing fucking retarded backstage segments. Like fuck that. Like he's actually good. He can move and he can actually talk for a big man. I think they're fucking wasting him in his trash ass tag team because his tag team partner is ass, like just flat out ass. Like I'm sorry.
I'm just glad they stopped running the packages of them being good old boys in the backyard with their one black friend that they knew from high school.
Literally.
Like,
and neither one of them could cook a fucking steak. Those steaks were fucking burnt to a fucking crisp, bro.
Yeah, so
how you a cowboy and can't cook a medium rare steak, bro?
I will say the tag team match was a little decent.
Nah,
it was ass.
No.
I don't know. I don't know.
I didn't mind Brooks and Dunn versus Crudes, but the Crudes are good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Crudes are good.
Yeah.
Are we just calling them the Creed?
Oh, that's what we do here. Instead of Briggs and Jensen, they're Brooks and Dunn. Instead of the Creeds, they're the Crudes. Because
okay,
they're forever Brooks and Dunn for me.
Because I was sitting here confused. I thought it was Briggs and Jensen. I was like, wait, hold on. But
like
they lose. No,
I like how it always takes Jay.
My favorite line,
to, like,
go back and watch
things.
some Briggs and Evolve. Josh Briggs and Evolve is fucking fire.
No one's watching Evolve, Arn.
It's on the fucking network. That shitty ass cock.
I might have to go watch Evolve to see Shotzi Blackheart ever wrestle again. But anyway, overall, NXT spit or swallow.
I'm gonna swallow it.
But gargle it just because they had some stuff.
I'm swallowing. I enjoyed it.
Of course you do. You swallowed it every week.
I can't believe I'm saying that, but I'm swallowing it too.
RN, Dynamite or Rampage?
I didn't watch Rampage, so let's go Dynamite.
Well, if you want to do, we can just get Rampage out of the way. It's short anyway.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Mox defeats Ethan Page in his first match back. After the match, Bryan Danielson is waiting in the crowd for him. They have a little face-off. We got a Jurassic Express promo. They say that the ass man is a salty bitch and the ass boys are sour too. They want revenge for Christian getting his ass beat. Nick Jackson loses to Trent. Loses. Yeah. Nick Jackson lost to Trent. Hook defeats Serpentico and then kicks QT in the balls. And in our main event, Jade retains her TBS title against Anna Jay. Any swallows?
I didn't watch the show. I was watching the Bulls game.
You never watch the show. You never fucking watch Rampage.
Well, look. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I will say that if there's a Bulls game on, do not expect me to like choose Rampage over the Bulls game.
I'm not a fan of the Young Cucks, but I will say the Nick Jackson Trent Beretta match was really good. Even Jade and Anna Jay, especially as green as Jade has been for what we've seen, was really good. I enjoyed seeing QT Marshall get kicked in the balls, and Mox versus Ethan Page was good. So
yeah, Ethan Page is such a good wrestler. They should do so much
dope.
more with him.
Like I don't like of all the signings, like him and Jay Lethal are the most grossly underused fucking people that they've signed in the last like 5-6 months.
You misspelled Pentagon Jr., but okay.
But I said the last 5-6 months. What are you talking about? Pentagon's been there the whole fucking time.
And in the last 5 months, he's also been under your list.
No, he's saying signed in the last 5 or 6 months.
He didn't listen at all, but okay.
Anywho's
right.
Anybody else got anything they did or didn't like?
I don't think either of us.
Am I the only one that watched Rampage tonight?
Yeah, I honestly forget. Listen, in my defense, I'm never home on Friday nights, which you guys know because I fucking accidentally
I was too busy watching SmackDown, so
it comes on after SmackDown.
I'm gonna swallow Rampage.
Rewatch it.
And I also had I had to rewatch SmackDown.
Oh, okay. I was like, what's he talking about? It comes on right after SmackDown.
Yeah, I missed the first 40 minutes of it. So
all right, AEW Dynamite, last show of the night. Mox returns. He gets booed and heckled by a fan, tells the fan to go fuck yourself and get him the fuck out of here.
Cool.
And actually drops an F-bomb on TBS that did not get censored. Talks about wrestling with his demons and how he's going to kick the shit out of him. 2022 is his year, and he's free to do whatever the fuck he wants. He wants to fight, and now all he drinks is blood. So apparently he's going to be Gangrel. MJF backstage apologizes to Wardlow, but then docks his pay on his birthday because he didn't like that Wardlow touched him the way Wardlow touched him. Mr. and Mrs. Baker defeat OC and Chris Statlander. Britt takes a timekeeper table bump, which wasn't a DQ. Cole wants to end OC, so he asked for a lights out match at Beach Break. Proud and Powerful and Jericho fall apart in an interview. Santana's like, listen, Eddie made some good points. You kind of fucking suck. We're going to try this without you and see what happens. And poor Jericho looks like his heart was broken. CM Punk defeats Shawn Spears in a really fast match. MJF tries a sneak attack, fails. Punk runs him off, runs away with his scarf. Billy Gunn tries to convince Christian to give the Ass Boys a title shot. Christian says, impress me and we can talk. And then the Ass family beats Christian's ass. Cody Rhodes bores the fuck out of us, except for Jay. I don't know why RN's trying to get in the call. He froze probably.
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
and now
Travis
he's in here twice. That's just funny. Keep it this way.
Travis is gonna hate that, but no, there we go. Anyway, Cody bores us, goes out, talks about CM Punk a lot, still refuses to turn heel while yelling at the fans.
Breaks the fourth wall.
Says he built the forbidden door, says the TNT title isn't a secondary title, and then challenges Sammy to a ladder match in like a 45-minute fucking promo that nobody needed. The Kings of the Black Throne wreck the Varsity Blondes. Pac has a little video package afterwards, addresses the House of Black blindfolded, threatens to make a martyr out of Malachi. I am all for Pac versus Malachi Black. Archer and Page package. Apparently Jake the Snake's still a thing. I didn't even realize that, but I also didn't know Archer was still around until he showed up. They're really hung up on whether or not Hangman's a cowboy. That seems to be the whole point of the feud.
Cowboy shit.
Roppongi Vice takes over the Young Cucks promo spot because they didn't show up, challenged the Cucks to a match, which we didn't get because, unfortunately, not Trent, but the other guy from New Japan.
Rocky Romero.
That guy, yeah. Had COVID. Trent's really nice to Cutler for some reason during this. We got an interview with Anna and Jade. Tiny Hands is definitely in the friend zone with Anna and does not realize it. And I feel bad for him. Archer defeats Kazarian. Apparently, Kazarian lost his elite hunting license. Hangman comes in and makes the save and goes to blows with Archer.
Poor Frankie. Poor Frankie.
Yeah. Chris and Velvet do an interview. Layla interrupts. Then when Velvet tries to calm things down, she takes out both Chris Statlander and Red Velvet. Sky Blue loses to Serena Deeb. Andrade buys 59% of the Hardy family office, which is basically like buying stock in Wish. Bad investment. And then in the main event, the Acclaimed lose to Sting and Darby. We got a pre-match ass whipping from the Acclaimed. Darby gets sent to the back, says they can't go, so it's a handicap match, but then shows up at the end, even though they started the match as a handicap match, and is allowed to get the win. What are we swallowing from Dynamite? Vince, did you watch Dynamite?
Yeah, I watched Dynamite.
Okay, you just looked really annoyed.
guess because everything towards the end just kind of annoyed me. Like there were like a handful of stuff that I liked. For instance, I liked the what were they dubbed? Like the kings, the kings of
Malachi Black shit.
Kings of the Black Throne.
Kings of the Black Throne. Like I love the team of Brody King and Malachi Black. I think that's just dope. That's fantastic. Keep doing more of that. I want them to keep building on the House of Black. That's the one thing I'm very interested in right now with AEW. I want to go ahead and was it on Dynamite? Yeah, the Adam Cole and Britt Baker mixed tag match against Orange Cassidy and Chris Statlander.
Mr. and Mrs. Baker versus OC and Stat.
Yep.
Yeah, I like it. Like I like Britt, I like Adam Cole, and I like Orange Cassidy and Chris Statlander. Like, and it was a good way to start off the show. So that was fantastic in of itself. Quick swallow to Mox being healthy and clean. Just in general, like his promo was kind of confusing me. I wasn't really sure what his point was. He lost me.
He drinks blood.
I guess he's really into it. I guess he saw the Morbius film trailers and he's like, that's who the fuck I'm gonna be now as a vampire. Yeah, exactly. You know. What else is there to swallow? You guys can keep going. I guess Varsity Blondes getting beaten down like that in of itself is a swallow for me because I don't fuck with the Varsity Blondes. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking right now, but go on.
I'll pretty much swallow everything Vince does. Like Mox being clean and sober. I'm actually sober, and so I get it. I'm down with it. Like, but again, yeah, that promo, like he's going back to the same Mox shit that I hated. So, but we'll get to the spit part. But
it sounded like a Dean Ambrose promo.
Yeah, literally, it made no fucking.
And he
sense.
lost all that weight and looked like Dean Ambrose.
And he lost all that weight and looked like Dean Ambrose. Yep. I'll wait for the spit for that shit.
Jay, are you familiar? Have you worked on a show with Sky Blue? Are you familiar with Sky Blue?
Oh, Sky, we're one. She's we train together. So
okay.
Like yeah, like I know Sky Blue. So just by watching, I was kind of a little upset that but I get it. I get it. I get it. I get the situation. It's just kind of hard when like that's how it was with seeing Shotzi. Like I was able to see Shotzi before she went to NXT, and I've seen her in like all of our other shows. Like Shotzi was actually talent at our shows. So, seeing her and then seeing that they weren't, like it kind of got to me, but I know she's the rookie. So I know, but it was a good match though. It was a good match.
Is she still a women's champion for Chicago Style Wrestling?
No, she's not.
Okay.
Heather Reckless is right now. So
Well, see, I wanted to swallow that because Chicago's own Sky Blue on Dynamite, and also Serena Deeb is fire as shit and a fucking technician, and it was a good match. So
yeah, like it was a good match. It kind of sucked that she didn't get that Sky Blue didn't get like some type of offense.
Yeah,
like she didn't get no type of offense whatsoever.
Oh, okay. So that's what you're swallowing.
She'll get there.
Yeah, that's what you're swallowing. But she's an enhancement talent, dude.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, I know she's enhancement talent. I'm just saying,
it sucks seeing your
your classmate, making it to the top and making it up there to AEW, and like she's kind of uses enhancement talent. Like, damn.
Everybody got to start somewhere. Shit.
Yeah.
I don't think she's officially signed. I think if she were to be officially signed, she'd be promoted.
They should sign her.
They should.
They should. They really should. Like, I think like that girl can wrestle. She really can.
They need their Cora Jade. She sure as hell looks like a thicker Cora Jade.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything because I don't even know if like any of that is like age appropriate or legal appropriate.
I mean, I'm gonna swallow that splash this thing did on the table. I'm all for it. As much as his old ass should be doing this shit, like I thought it was okay. I wasn't expecting it. So
I almost forgot swallowing CM Punk squashing Sean Spears because fuck Sean Spears. It's all about Ty Dillinger. Everybody always likes to talk about how like WWE gimmicks are an ass, like aren't the shit. You know, like, oh, like once they go to like another promotion, they go ahead and are able to do whatever they want to fucking do. But Sean Spears, it's literally worse than Ty Dillinger. At least Ty Dillinger was over with the crowd.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
We got any other swallows from Dynamite?
Matt, did you give any swallows for Dynamite?
Well, I'm obviously swallowing House of Black and all of that stuff, and I swallowed Sky Blue versus Serena D because you guys didn't talk about that, but you and RM both talked about a lot of stuff I want to swallow, so I didn't want to be a third reiteration of the same shit.
I completely forgot about like the Sky Blue match because it was playing on my television screen, but I was making myself something to eat while I was playing, so I didn't actually watch the match. I just knew it happened. So, but I just wanted to shout out to Sky Blue because Shy sounds up.
What about you, Jay?
Yeah, like I was saying, like I was telling you guys, like, swallowed the Sky Blue versus Serena match. I do like the tag team match with Malachi Black and Brody King. I do. Yep. I think that's a really good team. Are they? Is there a face and a heel on AEW? Is that a thing?
Depends on who you ask. Cody's definitely a heel, but he fucking thinks he's a face.
Because to be quite honest with you, I don't know. I feel like Malachi Black is supposed to be a heel, but I don't think he is.
I
love him.
Yeah. So we can go into our spits now, right?
Yeah, we can go into our spits.
Yeah, okay, let me go on a quick Cody rant because fuck Cody Rhodes.
Oh wait, hold up. Yeah, hold up. Let me. Yeah,
I knew this was coming.
The swallow. Yeah, I actually like Cody's. I actually liked it. I was okay with it. I'm a sucker for fourth wall breaks. I'm sorry. I'm a sucker for fourth wall breaks.
Nah, man, fuck all that, bro.
Like
this ain't Deadpool.
I'm normally for him too, but like not from this dude, and like not the people that he was shotting out and like taking shots at, bro. Man, fuck that dude, bro.
Okay, all right.
And then not only that, I just said that it was weird because like I watched AEW before I watched NXT, so that's when I found out that they were doing the whole situation with Walter.
With Walter, yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, so for one, my big issue with Cody Rhodes, and he does this a lot, is no, it's not even that. His whole crux of his promo was like, hey, I was gone for 2 weeks. They already tried to replace me. There's 2 champions. Let's do a fucking ladder match and determine the undisputed, like, unified TNT champion. He takes 4 to 5 minutes to even get to the fucking point. He goes on a whole ass fucking soliloquy about CM Punk, goes and like strokes CM Punk's metaphorical dick live on air, says how much he wants to like fucking suck off CM Punk, how he did this, and this, and this, and this. But then he goes ahead and backhands CM Punk. It's like, well, he wanted to do all this, but I actually did everything he wanted to fucking do.
Yeah, he wasn't sucking CM Punk off. This was a Cody Rhodes self-bukkake.
No. He started sucking him off and then ended up sucking himself off. This is what happened here, because Brandy wasn't there to do that for him. So then he goes on and it's like, fuck this forbidden door. I'm the forbidden door. I was doing X, Y, and Z before the forbidden door. I created the forbidden door. I am the forbidden door. He's out here gaslighting his goddamn fucking self. Like, it's fucking annoying. It's fucking dumb. And he's like, oh, he breaks the fourth wall. It's like, I'm not turning heel. So you're acknowledging that everybody's booing you, even though you're supposed to be the fucking baby face, which is counterproductive. It's like, at least with John Cena, he stayed true to himself. Like I don't know. It feels like the John Cena Roman Reigns shit, but worse. Then the reasoning why he says that he's not going to turn heel is because they cheered him when he was doing Forbidden Door shit. And it's like, you cheer for me then, so I'm not going to turn my backs on you now. It's like, what the fuck? No, that makes no fucking sense. It continues to make no fucking sense. Then the unnecessary, like, all of a sudden, then he starts yammering on about Brody King that just happened. And he's like, oh, you got to have some balls to like come into AEW and like call yourself Brody. I'm like, look, love Brody Lee, Luke Harper, great man, nothing against him, but Brody King's been calling himself Brody King. Like, the fuck, like, that's like
they were at the same time.
At the same time, that's like getting mad at Bobby Lashley for because Bobby Roode is called also Bobby. It's like it's dumb. It's dumb. It's like, and then he just only used that as a way to throw a cheap shot at the whole Walter situation, because I feel like if Cody Rhodes can't take a shot at WWE, like he has no interesting things to say on the mic.
No,
like
he just has nothing interesting to say, period.
He doesn't. And it's like, okay, everyone's fucking talking about that shit. Why don't you talk about how Tony Khan out here like bad mouth and like discredited Big Swole? Why don't you talk about that, huh? Why don't you call out Tony Khan? Why is it always all the shit that WWE does? Call out the same shit that you see.
He's not going to call the guy that signs his paychecks, Vince.
But and then he throws another fucking like another little like side like, oh ha ha, wink wink, jab jab, insider shit. Like I like to like everybody else there, like an Easter egg for everybody. I'm like, oh, Tony Khan is writing up the contracts and sending them out. Not the contract I want him to send me, but he's sending me a contract. It's like bitch, I don't give a fuck if you are a free agent. Go sit on your couch.
I'm gonna spit what they're doing with Andrade, because pairing him with Hardy Family Office, the fuck,
dude. Like, how like why was Andrade bitching about being on WWE when he's literally not doing anything of consequence on AEW since his debut? Nothing.
This always happens. Like, and AEW fans just fucking continue to suck off Tony Khan and the fucking VPs. But none of these dudes are fucking doing anything. They're doing worse or the exact same mid-card shit they were doing when you were on the biggest show in the world, probably making more money than you were making at AEW as well. So that's just the name of the game.
The one aside I'll give is Malachi Black, because I feel like he's actually doing Malachi what he wants to do, and he's building something. And he did come in and he beat Cody. So
I'm not saying that's everyone for sure.
No,
because
I'm just saying for the WWE guys that came over, like
for
FTR.
For instance, John Moxley came over and he was actually like the second AEW World Champion. He was actually doing shit. And he's actually just having fun, which is like, even though he's not doing main event scene, he's the only one. Fun.
He's literally the only one.
Bryan Danielson came in, thrusted into things, and now he's looking like he's going into a program with John Moxley. Like Daniel Bryan is like, yes, he didn't get like the freedom to like go into the title picture, but like his arsenal of moveset has been fully unleashed, and he's able to like have the matches.
Yeah, but see, these guys though are not the same as the guys I'm talking about. These guys were upper echelon guys that left on their own fucking terms and came over. I'm talking about the bitches that were complaining about what they were doing in WWE, and then they come to AEW and doing the exact same fucking thing or lesser than. Andrade, FTR, and a couple other people. That's what I'm not talking about. Moxley, and then Moxley came over and became a fucking world champ. I mean, that's different. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like,
all right. I thought you were gonna go into Adam Mccoy as well, because like, he's not in the higher echelon.
And I don't even think with his, like, he knew he was gonna be a fucking manager for Keith Lee. So like, I mean, what he's doing now is better than what that was gonna be.
I am so sick of that Adam Cole argument where everyone's like, "Oh, Adam Cole gave it up and he's not doing it." Listen, he is over there with his girlfriend and his best friends, getting paid with creative freedom to do whatever. This might be what the fuck he wants to do. Maybe Adam Cole doesn't want to be world champion and running shit. Maybe he wants to just hang out with his boys. He's undefeated.
It's the exact same argument with Kevin Owens, but just the other way around. Like,
exactly,
the WWE wasn't his main goal, or he didn't care about that. He just wants to wrestle and have a good time, and he's getting paid probably more or as much as he was making, doing less, kicking it with his girl and his best friends in the fucking world. Like,
look, when Adam Cole joined NXT and WWE, there was no AEW.
No.
Up until that point, the most fun he ever had in his life was being in Bullet Club with the Young Bucks, hanging out like with Kevin Owens, and like being with his girl. Like, those are his best friends. Like, that's when he was having his most fun. Look, the only reason I didn't want him to go, because he felt like a cornerstone of NXT Black and Gold, but then Black and Gold went away, and it's like, well, Undisputed Era and never get the reunion again. Then we got the reunion over there on NXT, like over on AEW. At least Bobby Fish is actually being used, and Kyle O'Reilly isn't fucking and turned it back into being the tag team. That's what I've been saying they should have been.
I've been saying that Kyle O'Reilly is not a single star. I don't see where everybody's saying they see so much in him,
because he had a singles run in Ring of Honor. That's why. But
how many years ago was that? And it wasn't that good either. And it was against Adam Cole. So
my final thing with Adam Cole is just because he's not in the title picture now does not mean he won't be in the title pictures in the future or in the immediate future or won't be an AEW champion. I feel like he might be the one to take the title off of Hangman Page when it's all said and done. I think it will be Adam Cole.
We've also got to remember AEW's only been around for 2 years, and you can't have every single fucking person be champion in 2 years as soon as they come over. Like there's a lot of fucking top talent now, and not everyone can be champion. You're not going to want to see 1 month title runs just so everyone gets one and you're all fucking happy.
This ain't the Attitude Era where everybody was swapping the title.
I'll give AEW credit on that. They do long-term storytelling and they always call back to shit. So like shit we're seeing right now, when Adam Cole does get his time, you can best damn believe they're going to call back to some of the shit we're seeing now on TV. So like I will give them props for that.
Although I can't give them props for this Hangman Page Lance Archer storyline because I don't give a fuck about Lance Archer. I don't give a fuck about
Hangman, honestly. Like
it's literally just something to do until they get him to whoever. Like Lance Archer is that guy. He's like, you remember Kane, how awesome Kane was? Like he is a way less awesome Kane because Kane didn't really win shit
awesome at all.
And he's not a monster. Like they act like he's big. He's literally like 6'2". Like he's not
big
like
for them.
I mean, for them, I guess, but still, even then, like him and Hangman were damn near looking eye to eye. Like he's not a fucking 6'9", 7 foot giant.
Aren't it's literally when you go ahead and sleep with a girl, she's never had anything bigger. She's like, wow, you're fucking huge. And then she doesn't know there's bigger stuff out there. You know,
that's the part I never get. Like he's literally the same height as Moxley, and they act like he's like 7 foot fucking tall. Like, no, bro, he's not.
Carries himself like he's a big dude, but he's not.
We got a little insight into the kind of girls that Vince dates. That was nice. Overall, AEW
personal experience.
What are we doing? We spitting or swallow? I forgot. I'm spitting the Moxley promo because he's going back. Like I was finally getting on board with this shit. And as soon as he comes back, he goes to fucking the Dean Ambrose shit again. Like, bro, drinking blood. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, I don't get it. I just don't. He always, and he's another one too. He hated the Dean Ambrose character, but he reverts back to that gas mask Dean every fucking few months. Like when he's in between feuds and doesn't have shit going on, and these promos he does, he reverts back to gas mask Dean every fucking time. And that's what this was, a gas mask Dean promo. But shout out to being clean and sober. I'm with you, bro. I feel you. Stay on the wagon. Definitely spitting Cody, everything he does. Like he is the most tone deaf motherfucking person. I've never met a wrestler more tone deaf than this fucking dude, like in real life and his character. Like normally, like you give a guy credit because it's like, this isn't really him. He's playing a character. No, this is this fucking dude in real fucking life. And it's beyond mind boggling. Like how out of it.
Literally living the gimmick. I feel like
he literally is living the gimmick.
I feel so bad for Jay. Jay got up and left, so we had to miss all of the Cody Rhodes slander, and then he came back and we're still slandering Cody Rhodes
because it makes no fucking sense on the show. Like, I'm sorry, like
Jay just swallowed
and
it.
And the Jeff Hardy shit, like I kind of like the idea of the Jeff Hardy shit because AEW has a bunch of factions and shit. You need like a mid card faction. Like I wasn't
wait, Jeff Hardy.
Man, either way, they're interchangeable.
We're spitting the fact that Andrade is not settled with them for some reason.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the part I'm spitting. Like I wasn't mad at it. Like you need a shitty fucking like undercard fucking faction. You know what I'm saying, for people to feud with. I got that, but then like what the fuck did you add?
Yeah, shitty undercard faction with Andrade in it.
With Andrade, like
what does that say about Andrade?
He's a shitty undercard wrestler. So
overall, Dynamite, spit or swallow?
I'll gargle.
I'll gargle it. Jay?
I'll swallow it. Not willingly.
No.
I think I'm gonna swallow too. There wasn't really anything I absolutely hated about this other than the stupid table bump spot that doesn't cause a DQ because we don't know what the fuck the rules are. Jay, what was your favorite show you watched this week?
I'm gonna have to go with Raw.
All right.
Just like I said, just because they used the Usos the right way, so that's good. And the Bobby Lashley versus versus Seth match. That was pretty good.
Aaron,
I'm gonna go Raw as well, just for that too, because I'm fully on board with Seth. Like, I hate the way that he's kind of being, kind of like he said, like we don't know what the fuck he is. Like, he's a face on fucking SmackDown, then 3 days later on Raw, he's back to being a heel and shit. Like, I hate that part, but in ring shit, Seth is out here knocking it out the fucking park.
Vince,
It's not Raw for sure. I don't know what the fuck y'all smoking.
It's just for that one match for me. I mean,
shit. Well, I guess we were going based off of one match. I mean, I guess it might be AEW for me this week. Just because SmackDown pissed me off with all the fucking brand split clusterfuck bullshit that they did. NXT was just there. I didn't hate it, but it didn't really stand out to me. Raw just felt like a drag. So by default, AEW gets the best show of the week for me.
just so we have a nice split down the middle, I'm going to agree with you. Well, I may have been leaning towards NXT because I still love NXT. I can't knock AEW. I enjoy the show. It was a good show. So we have a dead tie between the Smacked Raw podcast and the Smackin' Raw podcast. But as I always say, Smacked Raw is just that Walmart bargain brand version of us anyway. So best show of the week, AEW Dynamite. No, we love you guys. RN, well, actually, we'll start with Jay. Jay, you got a show coming up that I'm not going to because it's fucking winter and I don't leave the house. Why don't you tell everyone about that?
So we've been doing good storylines for for the promotion that I'm a part of, Crash Tester Wrestling. I will be returning back in there. Hopefully, I will be returning back in the ring February 26th. It'll be in Hobart, Indiana. So if you guys are, willing to come and check it out, definitely check it out. I'll be there. So
I'll be there in spirit.
Over there.
I told him he had a better chance of getting you to go than me because I don't leave the house in the winter. Like I told him I don't leave the house for my mom. Like my mom wants to see her grandkid. She's got to come to me. Like I'm not going to her. It's fucking cold out. I don't do that shit. You want to come visit, come visit. Other than that, I don't leave the house unless I have to.
But yeah, if you guys, want to, eventually it'll probably be up on YouTube so you guys can check it out after the match. After the edits and everything. And
what's the show called again?
It's CTW Presents Flatline. So,
and if you are in the Chicagoland area and you're not like me and you enjoy being out in the cold and the snow and shit, you should definitely go check it out. Jay is fantastic. He drops us matches all the time. We get to see him do spears and all sorts of shit. I was trying to get him to invent a new finisher. That was a whole thing that we had in one of the group chats.
Yeah. And to be quite honest with you, man, I am rethinking that because it's funny when I went into this promotion that I'm in right now, like there's like 3 or 4 people that does the spear and I'm like, fuck.
Everybody does the spear. Everybody does. You know what, Jay, I got it. Just hit him upside the head with a brick and call it a fucking day.
Oh,
I'm telling you,
so just go all Maurice on him, right? Yeah.
That body press into the spear that Goldberg did when he fucked up when he was trying to do the body press into the fucking running power slam.
Oh,
okay. He used to do the body press into the power slam, but when he was wrestling, I think it was Brock Lesnar, he did the body press and he fell the wrong way into a spear and it looked dope as shit. That's your money right there. I'm just saying. RN, tell us about Mute RN, Smacked Raw podcast, all that good shit.
Smacked Raw podcast. We got the rewind we do every Sunday night. Check us out back there. Me and Kyle doing that. Hit me up on Facebook, Mean Jelly Bean Memes, YouTube, Mean Jelly Bean Productions. Go follow my kennel page on Instagram, Route 4 Kennels. That's about it.
Vince?
I actually got some interesting content the next 2 weeks. By the time this episode would be dropped, I had already would have released my Spider-Man No Way Home review that I did with my good friend Ryan Villa. We just sat there and just kind of like nerded off about Spider-Man, just talked about like the trilogy, the movie itself, and just kind of like talked about what our overall thoughts are on Tom Holland and the MCU trilogy as a whole. So go ahead and check that out. Linktree/SCS Vince to find the audio version of that. If not,
SOS Victor.
Or just go ahead and look at the you can find the link in my bio on either Instagram or Twitter at SCS Vince. Next week, So stay tuned for that. It should be coming out the 28th of January. We'll be doing a Deadass Pokemon podcast with Jizzy from the now formerly defunct Deadass Girls podcast. We talk Pokemon. We talk about our favorite games, our fandom for Pokemon Stadium, our favorite Pokemon, our team of Pokemon 6 if we were like trainers, and have a very controversial, maybe even disgusting top 10. So stay tuned for that.
And as you guys know, you can find me at Matt Ridders at MATTRIDDER on Twitter only. Twitter and Instagram, Smackin' Raw Pod. I run the Twitter. Vince runs the Instagram. Facebook.com/group/Smackin' Raw. Facebook.com/Creation World. CreationWorld.com. Twitter and Instagram at The Creation World, THECREATA World. I'm going to be on UWO this Sunday after the Rewind. So tune in to the Rewind over on the Smacked Raw Twitch. And then after that, come check me out on UWO, where you get to hear me tell you guys why all of your takes are fucking shit, because they are.
Well,
and I got some pent up aggression.
I just want to also say that I didn't, I didn't tell anybody social media, so that probably be a good thing to do.
Let's do that. Tell them where they can find you on your socials.
So yeah, you guys can find me on Instagram, name J Thunder 2009. You find me on Twitter, same thing, J Thunder 2009, and you can also find me on Twitch, the J Thunder. And Snapchat, that's something if we guys get close. But other than that,
Snapchat.
Whoa. We're not there yet. We almost, but not there yet.
I've been trying to get Vince on OnlyFans. He won't do it. Anyway, for Jay Thunder and RN from the Smacked Raw podcast and my co-host, Daddy Delgado, SOS
The one
Victor.
and true Pornhub Poppy.
Not yet. I am the Warden Matt Ritter, the patron saint of podcasting. This was the Smackin' Raw podcast, the #1 wrestling podcast on Pornhub.
Later, y'all.
See y'all Sunday.